All right, Vestals, we already know that we got some good news this morning. As I stated in my live yesterday, I knew that notification was going to come out this morning. I missed it by 3 hours. I said by 6 a.m., but it came out at 9 a.m. this morning that Kevin Stefanski has been fired. And Kevin Stefanski has already cleaned out his office. Yes. I want to go ahead and just capitalize on what happened yesterday. We already know that the Cleveland Browns had multiple success, massive success yesterday. Shedeursanders, of all things, finished his NFL rookie first year. Safe and sound, no major injury, no minor injury. As you know, we've seen all type of horrific injuries throughout the year. And Shedeursanders, because of God's blessing and protection, he was able to walk away from that field yesterday and celebrate with no major injuries. So that was one good thing. Another good thing, historical records were broken. We already know that Myles Garrett got that number 23 on Joe Burrow. He hit him so hard. I think by that time, Joe Burrow was already mentally depleted. Joe Burrow just trying to get that ball out fast because he knew that Myles Garrett was coming to his left and he had to get that ball out. But third quarter, after being sacked by that other player on the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett came back in and he got that sack. I really think at that time, Joe Burrow was tired of dodging Myles Garrett, and he wanted to say, let's go ahead and get it over with so he can go ahead and get that off his mental plate and focus on the game. And that's what even the commentators were saying, that Joe Burrow was throwing the ball so quickly and not making the right reads and throws because he was worried about Myles Garrett coming on from that left and sacking him. 4:43 left in that quarter. Garrett, go ahead and eat. And Myles Garrett obliged him. But Myles Garrett got a major contract after that sack. He got a sack from the Jordan brand. Michael Jordan's brand. So shout out Myles Garrett. And also shout out to Myles Garrett's mother. I know she was in attendance of the game yesterday. Beautiful woman. Beautiful sister. So Myles Garrett, make sure you take care of your mom. I did see some other family members in the stand. I don't know if they was his fathers or uncles, but to the Myles Garrett family and from the new Cleveland fan base, we say congratulations. And I'm pretty sure from the old Cleveland fan base, they say congratulations too. And eventually, both fan bases may merge one day. But as of now, I know they still kind of tender by this news about Kevin Stefanski and his job. But what did they expect? Kevin Stefanski fumbled atrociously this year with the quarterback competition in general. Joe Flacco, I understand him being there, but Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeursanders being fourth, and I'm still going to reiterate, where's Dillon Gabriel? Was he a clone? Did he really exist? I didn't even see him celebrating with the team yesterday. So I don't know what's going on with Dillon Gabriel. I haven't seen him in week, and wherever he is, he's also finished his first year rookie requirement also. So congratulations, Dillon Gabriel. And wherever you are, just go ahead and remain silent. Go ahead and remain silent. And go ahead and just be the backup quarterback that you are. Will Kevin Stefanski, whoever his new team is, will they ask to acquire Dillon Gabriel? Who knows? How's that? Number 23. Myles Garrett got that number 23. And also, historically, the Cleveland Browns won the game. So Shedeursanders got that win also on his professional resume as a quarterback. No matter what it looked like, because we know it looked bad because he just didn't have no O-line. He had that weapon. But did you see, as I stated in my live, Shedeursanders of the Cleveland Browns was going to come out in that second half a different team. And that's exactly what happened. Shedeursanders stated in his post-media conference that he had to be pulled aside in the locker room and say, hey, just be Shedeursanders. It's okay. It's something else that's been happening to Shedeursanders all week long. And I'm going to address that in another video because I want this video to be focused on just the ones that just want to come here for my commentary on the sport. But in the next video I do, I'm going to touch on the spiritual aspects of that game and what was going on with Shedeursanders because he let us in a lot. He gave us a lot of information on what was going on with him at the beginning of that game and what he did to overcome his challenges. So with that being said, shedeursanders, he finished his rookie year off with 1,400 yards, 7 TDs, 10 interceptions. And we're going to forget about that QRB rating because we already know that's trash. So I'm not even going to bring that up. And I'm pretty sure it's definitely biased. How can shedeursanders, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco has been standing with some of the best of the best of the best in the league after getting no first team reps, got a 5-12 record, and he has a QRB rating of 11.9. Nah, the devil's a lie. Devil's a lie. That's where the devil is living at in those details. But hey, the stats don't tell everything. And also at the end of the year, he has a 50% completion rate. Hey, with an O-line like that, I'm glad that it's that high, but I don't like that number either. Yeah, I can be biased too. I can be biased today too, because the Cleveland media and all of the anti-shedeursanders fans has been biased, so I can be biased for one day. Because if they could do it, I could do it too. Cleveland and shedeursanders won that game 20-18. It was another nail biter. But guess what? Myles Garrett record, the NFL sack record of 23 did not go in vain because they won that game. Let's get back to good old Kevin Stefanski. That video I released yesterday of Kevin Stefanski running off that field at the end of the game. Oh, I got a little copyright. But guess what? I guess the NFL said it's okay for right now. But if you haven't seen that video, go out and see that video just in case I have to take it down. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 5-second clip here. Watch this. With the team. I'm trying to tell you, he was going into the locker room to cry. He was very emotional. You can't tell me that man was not emotional. Knowing that he was going to lose his job. He was about to lose his job in the next hour. That game was over by 4 p.m., 9 o'clock this morning. We're talking about 18 hours later. Kevin Stefanski knew that he had lost his job. He knew that. But this is Kevin Stefanski's fault. He was the one in charge. He's the one that abused his power. He just didn't handle this whole situation right. He's a leader, right? Leaders get fired. Andrew Berry said in the conference today when they was addressing Kevin Stefanski firing, guess what he had to say about Kevin Stefanski? Listen to this.
He didn't get the job. And then again, I guess it was 2020 and he did. In both of those cycles, he had no head coaching experience. And
did you hear that?
Interviewed him. And
when Kevin Stefanski first applied for the job in 2020, he didn't get the job. Then Kevin Stefanski applied again in 2021, and they awarded him the job. Kevin Stefanski had no head coach experience before he came to the Cleveland Browns. Okay, and then he got Joe, I guess a successful year with Joe. So I understand why the Cleveland media and the Cleveland fans that are pro Kevin Stefanski, I understand why they may be disappointed that he's leaving, because I think the last time they had a successful season was 2002, 2001. Kevin Stefanski come in and give them, quote unquote, a winning season. I understand that. But when Andrew Berry said that this morning, the light bulb went off. Kevin Stefanski, before coming to the Cleveland Browns, he was not a head coach. He didn't have any head coach experience. And when he brought in Joe Flacco for that winning year, Joe Flacco was already a veteran. He already know what to do. All Kevin Stefanski had to do was sit back and let Joe be Joe and bring in the wins. But Cam Newton said something a few weeks ago about Kevin Stefanski on why he wasn't that successful with Watson, even though Watson was a veteran. So what's the difference between Joe Flacco and Watson? I'll bring that up in another video. But Cam Newton said this out of his mouth. And when Cam Newton said this weeks ago, I said it makes sense. Because Deshaun Watson was a veteran, but Kevin Stefanski didn't know what to do with him. Shedeursanders, coming in with major talent, he didn't know what to do with him. But Kevin Stefanski gave all the attention and accolades. Dylan Gabriel for a particular reason, but I'm going to address that later. But this video right here, I just want to focus on Kevin Stefanski and his house. Woo! He is definitely gone. He is definitely gone. But Kevin Stefanski, wherever you are in this world, just know you did it to yourself. I hope this is a lesson learned. And I can't say that no better. But we'll see the next time he get hired at another team to see if he's going to treat that quarterback, especially if they melanated, to see if he's going to treat them better. Hey, and I just did throw a hint out there. I didn't say it. Cam Newton said it. Cam Newton literally said it. Cam Newton basically hinted to that. He doesn't know what to do with melanated quarterbacks. He can't relate. Now, Andrew Berry also alluded to how tight him and Kevin Stefanski was off of the field. That Andrew Berry said all of his kids, they love Kevin Stefanski. But I guess when it came to players, Kevin Stefanski didn't know how to relate. Even Kevin Stefanski said that Njoku was reading Kevin's energy wrong towards him. And if shedeursanders has already alluded to, he didn't know if Kevin Stefanski liked him or not. Kevin Stefanski, it's your energy. It's your energy. I don't know what else to say. I need to go, and I think I will go back and watch some more interviews on how Deshaun Watson, what he would say about his head coach. Because if that's the case, that means that Kevin Stefanski cannot relate. He can't relate to melanated players. And I hate to say that. Njoku, that's number one. Shedeursanders, number two. And if I go back and find any evidence that Deshaun Watson alluded to Kevin Stefanski being standoffish or coming off kind of harsh, what other evidence do we need? But Kevin Stefanski, you would not be missed, sir. You would not be missed. Go ahead and find your new team. And I guess, hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to say this to shedeursanders. If Kevin Stefanski go to one of them teams that we have to play in 2026, make sure you go ahead and you air raid their defense. Because the way that Andrew Barrett has said in that post conference today, oh, they got a cap. Oh, and they finna go out and get some O-line members. I think he said he only alluded to one O-line member still on the contract. Andrew Barrett, whatever cap you got to go out and get that O-line and build around shedeursanders like the Bears build around Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams and the Bears, if you don't know, they definitely finna go to the playoffs. And I'm going to go ahead and say it in January the 5th, 2026. This time next year, the Cleveland Browns and shedeursanders, led by shedeursanders, we also be in that wild card playoff game too. Because I think if they do right and go ahead and build around shedeursanders the right way on that O-line, it will be a Super Bowl caliber. We may not go to the Super Bowl in 2027, but I think definitely shedeursanders and the Cleveland Browns will definitely show up in Atlanta, Georgia for Super Bowl 2028. I'm calling it now. Pin this video, because the way the time is moving, it'll be directly around the corner. All right, Vesters, so until then, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we vested up today. Hey, investors, guess what? Yesterday I did my first live. Hey, I'm trying to move up in the world. Hey, so thank you if you was able to participate in that live. If not, go back to my channel. Make sure you find the live. It's only 12 minutes. I did 12 minutes in honor of shedeursanders. So go out and check out the live. Make sure you like and comment. We are over 700 investors strong. I think yesterday I'm 728 investors. So the community is growing. We all gonna be walking around with our vests, and we gonna be on the lookout. Vested up 365 degrees, always at all times. 365 degrees. All right, investors. Talk to you later.